Hey YouTube, welcome back to another one of Mike's reviews. This time I'm going to tackle Reveal the Shield Deluxe Tracks. Came out in the first wave of Reveal the Shield Deluxes alongside Jazz, Mindset and Fallback or Outback, depending on how you want to call them. Unlike Wave 2, which I got all four of, Wave 1 I only wanted Jazz and I only wanted Tracks. Tracks is a Corvette in his original mode, and I don't know what car this is based off of, but it's got a little bit of the Corvette look to it, and I think a little bit of something else that I can't really seem to recognize. He rolls really well, and unlike Jazz, he's got some good deco on him. A little boring, but definitely nowhere near the blandness of Jazz was without repro label decals. There is a repro label decal sheet for Tracks, but it doesn't really do too much for him other than adding a license plate here and a new flame, but a lot of the decals for Tracks is for his robot mode. He's got his Reveal the Shield rub sign. He's an Autobot. His gimmick in this mode actually is his flight mode. I'm going to do that real quick. If you've had the G1 Tracks, or if you remember him, one of the things about the G1 vehicle was that you could do a flight mode for him. And this one also maintains the flight mode. It looks a little bit wonky compared to the G1. This is one of those very few cases where I think the G1 does it better than the newer toy. And we just open up this. We can pull out the gun. And there's this piece right here. It swivels up. Yeah, flying car. Not much else to say about this, so let's get straight to the transformation. Transformation is pretty simple if we start here. It's simple in general, but part of it's already done if we start here. Open this up. Let's detach this. Pull out the legs until you hear them click. Turn the waist around. Pull off the gun. Some automorph right there. When you lift up the chest plate, then it pops out the head and the arms. For the review, head reveal. Mumbling to myself. And then these peg into these holes right here like this. And to finish it off, to give Tracks his signature look, pop in his missile launchers right here. And there you have it. Reveal the Shield Tracks. As far as a robot mode goes, he's not as good as a robot as Jazz is. He's actually pretty short compared to Jazz, a little shorter than Jazz is. He's got a gun, obviously. But one of the things I do like about this is that it looks like Tracks. He's got the missile launchers, the wings, and he's got the overall shape and also the head of Tracks. One of the things I don't like about this figure as much as Jazz is the articulation. His articulation is a little weaker. The way the wings are designed, the tires don't bang into the wings that much, so the articulation isn't as hindered there. But the legs, they don't really articulate well due to the way that they're designed. As you can see, this is pretty much the limit of it. So you can't pose him as much as Jazz is. But one of the things I like about him is that his feet are really big, as you can see, and he's very stable. Some people have issues with the stability problems that he keeps tipping forward. I, thankfully, haven't encountered those, but the fix that you want to do is just put some super glue on the joints, and if you're willing to, you can also unscrew them a little bit and also dab in some super glue at the hinge right there. So that's about it for tracks. Tracks, I would recommend him second to Jazz. I would say if you're looking for only one of that wave, get Jazz first and then get Track second. They're both pretty good figures, but I think as a whole, Jazz wins. As I said, for me, I get them mostly for the robot mode, and that's usually what I'm going to be basing them off of. And in the case of Track's robot mode, although good, is just second to that of Jazz. My next review is going to be, well, my next series of reviews is actually going to be a Jet review with Generations Thunderwing and the Classics Ramjet, and Generations Thrust and Generations Dirge.